Welcome to Max Stars. This is the weekly forecast from August 7th to 13th. Today on the 7th of August, the moon makes a couple of harmonious aspects with Venus and Saturn. Nothing too earth-shattering. If anything, good aspects with Moon Venus harmonize life. We get along. All is forgiven. We get back to the good living. And Moon in good aspect to Saturn enhances our home and work life both. We're able to harmonize them. We're able to get our work done and get what we've got to get done at home as well. Tomorrow on the 8th of August, we have first quarter square of the Moon. The Moon's in the middle of Scorpio. Of course, that's not the best placement for Moon. Moon is emotional, nurturing, caring in its way. Scorpio has very deep emotions and passions, so it's not the easiest sign for the Moon to be in, but however, it does intensify our activity. It intensifies drama. It brings up drama. Brings us opportunities to get things squared away. On the 9th of August, the Moon enters Sagittarius, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, West Coast time, and to our relief, Sag is jocular, generous, happy in its way, where Scorpio is intense and passionate in their way. So Sag Moon represents a lighter day, an easier time to have some fun, time to think about where we'd like to go, what we'd like to do. On the 10th of August, Mercury enters Virgo for a few weeks' stay. Mercury's at home in its own sign, Virgo. Mercury represents thought and communications, analyzation of any particular thing. So the basic instinct that we experience from Mercury's visit to his own sign is the impulse to want to organize our lives, complete our tasks and projects, start thinking about what we're going to be doing in the fall season with our education or whatever it is that we need to accomplish. So Mercury in Virgo brings an orderly rhythm on board, an opportunity to get our ducks in a row. On the 11th of August, the Sun and Moon are in triangle early in the morning. Triangle represents accord and harmony. Moon represents our emotional receptivity. The Sun represents our willpower. Sun trine Moon is another indicator of a good day, a day that we can get along and we can get things done. Evening time, just around dinner, Moon makes a square aspect with Mars. That could change the mood. People are quick to lash out and quick-tempered. It won't take much of a spark to set off a flow of tears if we allow. Evening time, August 11th. On the 12th, a series of very good aspects from the Moon to Mercury, Venus, and Saturn, again representing another day in which we should be productive. We should be able to get things done with not a whole lot of hassle. On the 13th of August, Venus meets up with the planet Saturn. They are friends in the planetary scheme, and they do have strong affinities as well. We think of Venus as love and affection and beautification, ethics and morality, and Saturn often represents some type of loss or sacrifice or type of energy that we're not happy with, that brings us concern and problems. Often there can be separations and other types of concerns to do with affection and to do with human relationships. And the affinity with Venus and Saturn is they both have strong moral quality. Venus is ethics and morality. Saturn is judgment and how we live and how we care for ourselves or not. So the conjunction may very well get a lot of us to reassess where we are, to take stock. Venus represents resources and monies, and Saturn represents less of any particular thing. So we might have to learn to economize our lives and our activities. I want to go on a little bit further because we have an important lunar eclipse on the 16th of August at 24 degrees Aquarius. A full moon in itself is important because it brings our emotional energies to their peak. On that day, the 16th, we have a Mars-Pluto square as well. And these are not light, airy-fairy planets. They're intense and dynamic and are very associated with anger and violence and mayhem. So on the same day, we have a Venus-Jupiter triangle, which is quite the opposite from Mars square Pluto. Mars square Pluto is intense, heavy-duty. Venus trine Jupiter is light and wonderful and loving and freeing, bringing joy and happiness. So, I used to think, well, maybe the one aspect will cancel out the other. No, both happens. Laughter and tears, life and death, all of it, most likely, will be experienced on that full moon, on that lunar eclipse, 16th of August. And again, dear folks, it's not about gloom and doom and, oh no, that eclipse is going to cause us great grief. Eclipses cause nothing. Eclipses allow the karma that's available for each and every one of us to come down the pipe, so that we can deal with it and work with it. Look at it as opportunities for grace, opportunities for learning. With a Mars square Pluto, sure, we could get in trouble, we could cause an accident, we could be involved in some kind of a dust-up or ruckus of some sort. And on the other side of that, people become heroic. People do things that they never would have imagined that they could do under these types of aspects when adrenaline is flowing. And the Venus-Jupiter triangle brings lots of opportunities for us to bond, for us to love. And it is an Aquarius moon. So the feelings of humanity are going to be very, very strong. Sure, the terrorists and the people who live in the dark shadow, they'll be about doing their thing. And the people of the light and people of good hearts and of love will be about doing their thing as well. More life, more light, more time, more love.